What happens to the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 members? Undoubtedly the biggest subject of discourse surrounding Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 prior to its release was the fate of the titular team. From theories that Rocket, Quill, or Drax would die in the film to questions over the handling of the 2014 version of Gamera, many were speculating over the fate of each individual Guardians member. Thankfully, it is safe to say James Gunn managed to provide satisfying endings for each character with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Why Gamera chose the Ravages over Star-Lord. Concerning Gamera, the film ends with her returning to the Ravages she now calls her family rather than staying with the Guardians or Quill. Despite many expecting a reconciliation between the two after 2014 Gamera returned in Avengers Endgame, the film portrays the concept of Peter and Gamera's relationship very maturely. Gamera insists she is a different person as she has not experienced what the old Gamera had, leading Peter to realize he cannot force her to fall in love with him again. Gamera, therefore, returns to the new family she has found in the Ravages rather than the Guardians. Why Drax and Nebula stayed on Nowhere with the children. Two of the other characters who officially retire from the Guardians are Drax and Nebula. The duo decides to stay on Nowhere at the end of the film, rebuilding it as a society for the rescued subjects of the High Evolutionary. Nebula's reasoning for this stems from Thanos' abuse of her, with the character insisting on building a better upbringing for the children than the one she was subject to. Drax is similar, choosing to help raise the children after the loss of his daughter before Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, as he was born to be a father rather than a destroyer. Why Star-Lord went home. Another apparently retired Guardian by Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3's ending is the team's leader, Star-Lord. Throughout the film, Peter is shown to struggle with the loss of Gamera, as well as the other loved ones who have died during his life such as his mother and Yondu. At one point in the story, Peter is reminded that he abandoned his grandfather on Earth, which explains his decision to return home at the end of the film. As a result, Quill reunites with his grandfather after over 30 years and lives with him on Earth for the foreseeable future. Despite the recent discovery that Mantis is Star-Lord's half-sister, her story does not continue with her brother. Mantis instead ends Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 striding out on her own, with her 3 obelisk companions in tow. Having lived most of her life as a servant of Ego before she became a Guardian, Mantis has not written her own story yet, and her solo adventures will give her an opportunity to discover precisely who she is and who she wants to be. If you are new to our channel, then like and subscribe.